We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. A wise man, our president, once said those words. Immortalized them forever in the heart of America. And right now, Donald Trump is seeing the American people, even those who don't agree with him, respecting his word. In fact, they're doing a little trolling. You see, Donald Trump has been on a big old fascist streak trying to take over Washington, overriding the mayor of Washington, using the military to show force, and basically try and turn the Capitol into his stronghold, his guarded, militarized stronghold. And so local groups within DC have done a number of things to protest against him, and maybe my favorite, or definitely my favorite, has to be this. If you followed this whole story, you know that Trump has been reinstating particularly statues of like Confederate generals and whatnot around the Capitol, around DC. And so I believe it was Mall of America, if I'm not mistaken, who owns land just across the street from the Capitol, decided to go ahead and put this statue of Epstein and Donald Trump holding hands while doing like a downright cartoonish, like they're both on one leg with like their other leg like out in the air, kicked up behind them, and they've got like one arm out. It's like they're dancing. It's like they're midway through doing some kind of dance. It's a little gay. It's definitely intentionally meant to be a little gay, for sure. And I love it. As you can imagine, this is basically on Trump's front lawn. So he's pretty mad about it. I'm pretty sure some video was caught the other day of Trump like screaming out the White House window saying, "Take that shit down!" That was a joke, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. And the reaction has been quite funny. Funnily enough, the right suddenly can't handle a joke. They can't handle a little trolling. Crazy how that is, huh?
Of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands is causing outrage in Washington, D.C.
The statues are so fucking big, dude. They're behind... No, okay, they're in front of those cars, but still, like, those cars right behind them for scale, those are some big statues. Like, they're bigger than people by a lot. Like, it's such a large statue, it's not the kind of thing you cannot notice. They're like 10 feet tall, yeah.
It appeared near the White House with a plaque celebrating their friendship. An anonymous
Friendship Month.
It appeared near the White House with a plaque celebrating.
In honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, quote-unquote, Jeffrey Epstein. Little heart thingy voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything.
Celebrating their friendship. An anonymous artist group called the Secret Handshake claims responsibility. Activists say it was timed for September's Friendship Month.
It's a good reminder that we're not going to be distracted and that this administration needs to release these files.
I mean, it's a...
That's a good point. That's a good point. Every time we see that statue, we just gotta post that statue. It's just a little reminder, both physically there in the Capitol and for us to be able to look at and just get a little reminder, wait a second, we still don't have the Epstein files. The statue's called Forever Friends. Or no, it's called Friends Forever. Still, very, very wholesome.
Message. You gotta release
Old Man Yowie statue.
the files or release what you know.
I think it's kind of important to keep on highlighting the connection, but I wish they did a better job on the faces.
I won't lie, yeah, I think Epstein's face is close enough, but Trump's is a little... They definitely rushed when it came to Trump, I think. Epstein is unmistakable, though, especially that side profile.
President Trump blasted it as a waste of money, reminding reporters he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago years ago. The White House accused Democrats and the media of ignoring Epstein's crimes.
Fox 11 weather.
Dude, Trump's go-to method now has been hilarious. His go-to method is to claim that the left talking about Epstein is in a positive context about Epstein. Like, his response to Trump, why won't you release the Epstein files? Why won't you release your connections to Epstein? Is, why are you people so obsessed with Epstein? You know he was a pedophile, right? He's a dead pedophile. Why are you so in love with this guy? You're so obsessed with him, you won't stop talking about him. You love him so much. Why do you love him so much, folks? Why? Why? That's basically what he's been doing. Like, he's playing the, oh, you're concerned about my associations with the child sex trafficker. Why are you so obsessed with him? That's kind of weird how obsessed with him you are. Like, he's actually trying to play that game. All, like, just turning up the gaslighting dial to 11.
Is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino.
Oh, wait, we're getting a fucking sponsor clip during a video. What? Damn. Fox is shameless.
We got that cloud cover overhead. We don't.
Wait, are they just doing the weather now? What? God damn it, Fox. You clickbaiting bastards. You clickbaiting bastards. Oh yeah, did we, I think we ended up getting a response from Trump, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, we did. Here, let me see if I can bring up the video.
President Trump holding
So, Trump's response was, pretty, significant. For those that don't know, he had them destroyed.
reported in the White House over a statue of President Trump holding hands with Jeffrey Epstein, which appeared on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. yesterday morning. This is what the statue looks like today, despite a permit from the National Park Service allowing the sculpture to remain in place until 8 p.m. Sunday. It was instead unceremoniously removed and destroyed at around 5:30 a.m. this morning. In a statement to CNN, Interior Department spokeswoman Elizabeth Pease said, quote, "The statue was removed because it was not compliant with the permit issued. An organizer behind the statue believes it may have been
Free speech, guys. Free speech and the right to express your ideas. That's what America's all about. That's what Trump's America is all about. You know? Bring back comedy. Bring back freedom of speech. The left wanted to make comedy illegal. You know, and we're just like, legalize comedy. Yeah. It's so cringe that Trump, like, used the Park Service to have that shit taken down, too. It really goes to show how fragile his ego is. Things like Gavin Newsom trolling him, making a statue of him holding hands with Epstein, like, even if it comes off as the most cringe resist lib shit ever, as long as it actually, like, gets a reaction out of them, it kind of works. Like, unironically, resist lib kind of humor targeted at Trump seems to be what gets to him the most and makes him actually mad. Whenever I'd see, like, your average resist liberal posting, like, a cringe Trump meme where he's, like, in a diaper and he's, like, a crying baby with, like, a bib on his head, or not a bib, a bonnet on his head and a little pacifier in his mouth, I'd be like, I don't even think Trump would find this insulting because it's just so try-hard and cringe. But I unironically think that is exactly the kind of stuff he finds the most insulting. Like, I think if Trump heard me call him a retard, he'd laugh it off. But when Trump sees, like, a 40-year-old wine mom post an image of Trump, like, and his face is photoshopped on a baby, I think that actually gets to him. More than, like, your traditional, like, internet trolling type stuff. I hate to admit it, but maybe the resist libs all along knew exactly how to get at Trump. Man. The fact it got taken down, though, literally within a day, goes to show that, like, freedom of speech doesn't actually exist in America anymore. Not really. Once they're actually cracking down on the freedom of speech of any particular group for what they're saying being against the government, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, right now, and it's not even being done covertly, mind you. You could argue America's never had freedom of speech because, covertly speaking, the United States would silence those that it didn't like saying things that it disagreed with or made it look bad. But now it's being done in public, in front of everyone, defended by the sitting administration, and people are defending it. The First Amendment has never been more legitimately at risk than it is right now. And it's so bizarre to say that as someone who's, you know, left-wing and progressive and doesn't really, like, go in for all of the fear-mongering about how the left or the right or any particular group wants to silence the other side. But right now, that's undeniable. The right, like, I never thought the right, like their end goal was to silence the left. I thought their end goal was to make the left miserable, but certainly not silence them, because they want to hear the liberals whine, right? Think like Cartman in the season premiere of South Park, when he's like, wait, where's NPR? Well, that was my favorite show. I like to hear all the liberals bitch. What do you mean it got shut down by Trump? That was my favorite show. I like to hear the whiny liberals. I feel like a lot of conservatives a while back were more like that. Like, they wouldn't want the liberals and leftists silenced. They want to still be able to hear us bitch and whine about how bad things are. But now it seems like there is an overwhelming popular consensus among the right of fuck freedom of speech. The left doesn't deserve it. All the while, they're still arguing they're the ones fighting to preserve freedom of speech for everybody. We're in some really wild times, and that is why I'm kind of worried. I'm not gonna lie. Who knows how long we have until figures like myself become the target of the Trump administration because they don't like what we have to say, and they don't like that we have an audience. Kind of scares me. Anyway, with all that said, if y'all enjoyed this segment, if you found it entertaining, enjoyable, or educational in any way whatsoever, then please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. Follow my social medias, subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications, so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload new videos in the future. And if you want to support me directly, financially, help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, then please consider donating, subscribing, gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or you can support me through my website, my YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, buy some merch, or you can just say shapoopy in the comments of the video. That really does help. Just say something in the comments and like the video. That is the best way to support the channel, and it's free. With that said, thank you for watching, and have a good one.